Hello, Cliqtrix. So welcome to another session on building Zobot using the sales cycle platform. So today's webinar will focus on how to build a Zobot using Dialogflow. Okay, so let's jump right into the webinar without wasting any more time. So what is the Zobot? The Zobot is a bot development platform on Zoho Sales Cycle using which you can build very compelling bots to automate customer interactions on your website. So we've already spoken about these robots a lot, right? So these robots can be run on both websites and on mobile apps. And today we'll be looking at how to build one for your website or your mobile apps using the Dialogflow platform. So, like I've already mentioned, chatbots exist as three different fragments in the market. First, there's the chat interface where customer interaction takes place, and then there's the bot engine where the functionalities of the bot are defined, and then there's the customer database where all of the information collected by the chatbot is stored and taken for future reference. So, with respect to sales cycle, all of these three fragments are given to you on one plate under one roof. So there's the chat interface, there is the bot engine. So with respect to bot engine, we have offerings from sales cycle, from we have those own platforms, sales cycle scripts, we have skills and also extensions to external platforms like Dialogflow, Watson, and in case you have a fully built bot engine and you want to integrate it with sales cycle, you have Watson. So there's also a customer database. So whatever data is collected by your chatbot will be stored inside sales cycle, and with respect to this, you have extensions to products like Salesforce, Zendesk, and MailChimp. So, what is sales cycle? Like I said, the Zobot is a bot development platform on Zoho Sales cycle. So, sales cycle is a customer engagement platform that was built to prospect, engage, convert, and retain customers for potential growth in real time, right? So you have a huge bunch of features inside sales cycle like audio calls, live chat, help desk integration, CRM integration, articles, and so much more. So whatever I just mentioned is just a small bunch of features that you can see inside sales cycle. Once you start exploring, you will get more and more features, and you'll also learn how to use them individually. So, the Zobot can be built using 5 different platforms: Sales Cycle Scripts, Skills, Watson Assistant, Webhooks, and Dialogflow. So, as the picture suggests, our focus will be on the Dialogflow platform for today's session. Building a Zobot with Dialogflow. So here's where we get started. So initially, what is Dialogflow? It is an end-to-end build once, deploy everywhere development suite for creating conversational interfaces for websites, mobile apps, popular messaging platforms, and IoT devices. It's a very powerful tool that lets you create conversational tools without the complications of having to handle natural language processing. Provide NLP and NLU understanding NLU services. So you can use it to build interfaces like chatbots or conversational ideas that can help you have natural and rich interactions between your users and your business. So I'll tell you how this works. When the visitor lands on a website and matches the trigger rule else, the configured welcome message will be displayed by the bot. And then when the visitor responds to the message, the intents that are configured inside Dialogflow are checked if they match with the visitor's message. And then Dialogflow responds with a fallback intent if none of the intents are matched. When the intents match, Dialogflow would start correcting the missing parameters and then check for fulfillment configuration. When fulfillment scripts are executed and the responses are returned to the Zobot, then the responses are displayed in the chat window. So that's how a Zobot built using the Dialogflow platform works on your website. So why Dialogflow? Because it supports many root languages that can be used for the development of an agent. So an agent can support 15 languages at a time. This way you can make your customers feel at home, and you can also establish your global market presence. And in a nutshell, you can see how much general traffic your bot is getting. You can see a list of the most matched intents and some basic conversational journeys as well. This will actually give you a good sense of whether people are using the bot, when they are using it the most, and what they're really using it for. However, until you have a large user base, this platform is not very powerful. You have the privilege to use not only plain text but also rich text responses inside Dialogflow. You can use use input and display cards inside the custom payload section. You can provide dynamic responses using webhooks and fulfillment scripts. The blog that can help you keep track of training and access, and then the small talk, which is a fun little addition to the personality of the bot. It lets visitors initiate talks that are not related to the current subject. This has a whole lot of pre-made intents, so very similar popular intents like what's up or how have you been, how are you doing, and then the Dialogflow bot responds to them with a set of random answers. So you can just turn it on and you also have the option to customize some of these answers. So let's look at a demo of how a Zobot created using the Dialogflow platform responds to visitor queries on the website. So to create this bot, I have used features like intents, entities, text responses, and custom payload. We look at all the features that I have used to build the bot now. So here is the bot, and since I landed on the website to match the criteria, the bot has triggered a message. This one says that it can help me with questions on Zobot. So I'm going to ask the bot a very basic question. Say, what is Zobot? So these bots that are built using Dialogflow are trained using intents and training phrases to answer the same question even when they are put in different ways. So I'll show you how that works. So I've asked the bot what Zobot is, and it has given me an answer. So let me try putting this question in another way. Let me say I'm too lazy to type out the entire question and then just say Zobot. Okay. So it will give me the same answer even if I try and ask the question in a different way. So that's how Zobot built on the Dialogflow platform are trained using intents and training phrases. So these training phrases are examples of the different ways one question can be put by several users to land on the website. Okay, so let me ask it another question. Let me just ask it products offered. So give me a list of all of the products that are offered by Zobot. When I just say what are your products, it's still going to give me the same answer, right? So now you must be having a clear idea as to how bots are designed on the Dialogflow platform using intents and training phrases. We later look into how we will build it, so we look at it practically. Okay. So that was about the demo. So the first step in setting up the Zobot is associating your Google account. So you need to connect to Dialogflow using your Google account, and then you can create bot pages inside Dialogflow. Then following that, you have to configure the trigger response using the JSON format. So let's look at how to do this inside the portal. We go back to Sales IQ. Okay. So here you will navigate to Settings, Zobot, and then click on Add Bot. So now we give our bot a name. Okay. And we also add a description. Then add to the website I want to deploy my bot on. Okay, and then I will choose the department. So it's mandatory that you choose at least one department for the website you're configuring the Zobot to work for. Okay, so I'm going to just choose 2 departments, and then I set the visitor type. So let me just say the visitor type is equal to all the default criteria. So here, let me set visitor time to 3 seconds. Then I'll set working hours for the Zobot, and then the bot typing status, and I'm also allowing handoff. Okay, and then I'm going to choose the Dialogflow platform. So once you choose the Dialogflow platform, my account is already integrated with a Gmail ID since I already worked with one. But when you're doing this, you will have to associate a Gmail account, a Google account, in order for the Dialogflow agents to start working on your website. Okay, so I can also change it. So I can just click on use another account and enter the email and the other credentials and associate the account to the Google account here. Okay. So then comes the bot agent. Okay. So now that we've integrated the account, the next step is setting up a bot agent. Okay. To create a bot agent in Dialogflow, we will have to access the Dialogflow console from the Sales IQ portal. Okay. On the left side of the window, you will see the list of bot agents. You can reuse these agents that already exist, or you can create a new one based on your requirement. So when you create a new agent, you will have to configure the name, the default language, and the time zone for the agent. Then you will have to choose the project ID for the agent that will help distinguish the agents even if they have the same name. Okay. So with project ID, you can differentiate between the two since they will be unique. I'll show you how to create one now. Let's go back to the Sales IQ portal. Okay. So these are the list of existing agents, and we've already created a bunch of agents. The list shows up here. Just going to click on create to take you to the Dialogflow. Okay, so this is the Dialogflow dashboard. This is what it looks like. So here on the left hand side, you can click on the drop down and then click create new agent. So now you will give your agent a name. Okay, so just going to save it. So then I choose the default language. So your agent name cannot contain white spaces. That's a small mistake I made. Okay, so make sure your agent name doesn't have any white spaces. So choosing the default language and the default time zone. Let me just choose the time zone. Okay, and then I'm going to click on create. So let me just associate this to another project. Okay. So yes, my agent has been created. So every time you create an agent, there is a default fallback intent and the default welcome agent that will be configured. Okay. So we'll now look at how to use this agent on the Zobot platform to build bot using Dialogflow. Okay. So now that we've finished setting up all our Zobot, we can choose the agent. Okay. I'm going to reload this page. I click on edit. So here is the agent that I have created. The agent name that you have chosen inside the Dialogflow console and the one that you will be choosing inside the sales cycle console should be the same. Otherwise, your Dialogflow agent will not work. Okay, so I've chosen this. Now that we're done choosing the bot agent, we're going to configure trigger response. Okay, so trigger responses are configured in Dialogflow using the JSON format only. Okay, so these trigger messages can just be plain text, or they can have input cards, display cards, and so much more. So I'm just going to make changes to this. I'm going to go to the Dialogflow user right, and I'm going to choose or copy paste the new trigger response. So I'm just going to go with a simple one. I will paste it here, okay, and I will just make a few changes. So I'm going to say, so there I'm back, okay, and I'm going to click save. So before that, I want to tell you about action failure responses. So you can also configure failure responses inside Dialogflow platform when visitors try connecting to operators outside business hours, when operators are not available to pick up chat, and also when the maximum character limit has been reached. So currently a maximum of 256 characters are allowed, and in case the character limits exceed that, Dialogflow will show the default error response. Okay. So now I'm going to click on save. So yes, my bot has been updated successfully, and I can keep checking changes that I made to the bot inside the preview window. So I don't actually have to publish it on my website and then look at how my changes are reflected. I can check the working inside the preview window there. So before we dive into the platform, it's important to understand all the different concepts that tie together conversational agents that we can create. Okay, so that is the trigger responses, and we looked at how to trigger responses. Okay, so when I started exploring the platform, I actually jumped in without knowing what would work. So in this webinar, I will quickly run you through each of the concepts to help provide some foundational understanding for the platform. So there are four major steps involved while creating a Zobot using Dialogflow. The first one is intent matching, and then it's correcting missing parameters, execution of fulfillment scripts, and returning default responses or custom values. So first we'll begin with intent matching. So we'll create a bot that is skilled to answer questions of this type, and this will be possible using natural language. So you can make any use case that suits your website's requirements. So this is going to be my example. So intents. First we have intents. So intents are used to define what you want a bot to respond with when it picks up the intention of the user, or when you want to trigger a response based off of some other event. Basically, if a user says X, we want our bot to respond with Y. That's what intents are for. So the specific action that the user can invoke by using one of the defined terms in the Dialogflow console. For example, the user could ask, I'd like to have a haircut, or what the salon opening hours. If these terms are defined within the console, then they will be detected by Dialogflow when the visitor throws out some question of this sort, and then the intent that is defined under that will be triggered. These intents are examples of what your users might say to your agent during any conversation. The intents are mainly constituted of training phrases that are used to train the agent. So the training phrases consist of keywords that match the keywords from the user's message. These are the phrases that users say that the bot understands as a certain intention. So a number of different phrases may actually describe the same motivation for the phrase. Okay, so it's best to have around 10 different phrases inside one intent as a very good base for a natural language understanding engine. So with that base, Dialogflow can connect new phrases from users with the closest intent very confidently. So you never really assume we know every way that our users will speak for every intention. So that's where leveraging Google's NLU capability really helps us out. So the list of defined intents for your agent can be found by navigating to the intent navigation item within the menu on the left side of the console. Okay. To create an intent inside the Dialogflow section, you need to give it a name and then configure training phrases and responses, and then either be text or custom payload. So you can configure training phrases for the intent like in these examples. Okay, so we can, since my example was based on hair salon, we can configure intents. Say one of the intents is check services. So in that I can ask questions like what services do you offer, or how many services you offer, or any query concerned with any hair service that you want to avail. And then we can have an intent for scheduling an appointment, and also we can have for salon working after this. Configuring intents is totally up to you. So you can configure intents based on the requirements of your own website. Okay. So then there are intents that are triggered the user's intent does not match with any other intent. These are fallback intents. Every agent comes with default fallback intents, and you can add follow-up fallback intents if you need them. I had mentioned this while we created the bot agent, right? So when we create a new bot agent, two default intents, the default fallback intent and the default welcome intent will be created by Dialogflow for your agent. So responses, then you will define the responses that you want to be sent out to your visitors. So these responses should be defined in such a way that they prompt the user to provide inputs that will match any one of your intents. So there are two types of responses that you can define: text responses and custom payload. The text responses are the ones that your bot service will send back to the user when intent is matched. It's good to confirm the intent inside the response so that the user can see that the bot had indeed understood what they said. Right? So you can add variant responses to the one intent if you want to give a slightly different experience each time. Dialogflow will choose one of these at random. So if you want separate multiple messages with the same output, you can do that by adding text response modules. This is where you can make your bot extremely conversational. So add many different responses in the intent section to make your bot completely conversational. This way your customers won't feel like they're talking to a bot, although they mentally know that they're talking to one. Then you have the custom payload. Dialogflow allows the user not only plain text responses but also rich text responses like images, suggestions, sliders, links, etc. You can use sales IQ's input and display card here inside the custom payload section of Dialogflow. So these are predefined sales IQ scripts that are defined for each of these actions. You find these inside our help documentation. I'm hoping that by now you must have had access to all of the documentation. So you can add up to 10 sequential responses for every question that has been defined. Okay. So you need to remember that in the Zobot Sales IQ Dialogflow platform integration, if you add both input cards and suggestions in the custom payload, then the preference will be given to the input card and not to the suggestions. So make sure you make your choice used widely, and you can use what you want configured for your group. So let me show you how to create an intent. So I'm going to go back to the Dialogflow platform, and I'm going to click create intent. Okay. Now I'm going to be giving my intent a name. So like I had mentioned in the slide, I'm going to create an intent for checking the services. Okay. So then I will add training phrases. So the first one will be what services do you offer, and then the second one say how many services do you offer, and then I'll add something more specific. Let me say I need a hair spa. Is that available in the store? I'm going to be adding some more training phrases so that my bot becomes more conversation. I'm just going to use the keyword or just say services or services offered. So much more. So you can constantly keep adding training phrases like as much as you want to. Okay. So then you have actions and parameters. So within each intent, there is a table under parameters under the training traces section entitled actions and parameters. So once you annotate your training traces, the corresponding parameters automatically appear in this table. So this section also contains a text field named action. So the value of this field is passed to the fulfillment and can be used to trigger specific logic. So let me just show you that. Then I'll also configure responses. Okay. So let me just say we offer several services. Okay, so this is how you configure responses. So you can configure as many text response variants as you want to. So I'm going to click save, and my intent has been saved, and the agent training will begin shortly. Okay, so look at this. You'll see a message that the agent training started and then agent training completed. Okay, so I'm going to add another intent. So this one will be a schedule appointment. Okay, so I'm going to name it schedule appointment, and then I'll start adding training phases. So I'll say I'd like to get a haircut on Saturday. Okay, so this is where our actions and parameters come into play, right? So highlighted words in your training traces that represent entities that are extracted as parameters at runtime. Okay, so every part of the training trace that you annotate with an entity, a corresponding parameter will store the extracted value from the other. So this lets you convert free-form user info into very structured data that can be used to do some logic or generate responses later on. So, for example, here Saturday has been extracted and as an entity called system birthday. Okay, so this can be used at runtime. The parameters are linked to the entities in a user input, and they can be used to perform some action in fulfillment, or they can just be used as a response, like I already mentioned. So by defining an entity in the parameter section means that they can be used as a variable within that intent. So you can also set a parameter as mandatory, and then the bot will ask follow-up questions until an appropriate answer is given. Okay, so we continue configuring our intent. We'll add more training cases. So say can I come for okay, again this has been extracted as an entity. Okay, I say I need an appointment stop. So I can also create a new one. Okay, I'm going to show you how to create a new parameter. So I'll just say service. You can save. Okay, so I'll just go back to intent. So here it is, the new entity that I had created. I'm going to associate haircut to this service. Okay. So this is how entities are extracted and used at runtime. So here I can display a text response would say the prices of a haircut, hair color, and the hair spa. So I display haircut, say $500. Okay, so that will be my response. And once I'm done configuring the response, I'm going to click on save. Okay, so I'm going to be creating another instance just to help you get familiar with the concept. So I'll create one more for salon working hours. Okay, so I'll start adding training traces now. So this one has been extracted as system date period. Okay, so I'll ask say what time do you open every day, and what are the salon working hours. Okay, so with this I configure a response. I'll just include all the details in one response. Okay, so I'll say we are open during a week from say 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. and on weekends from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so this is going to be my default response for any of the questions that come up during salon working hours. So then I'm going to click on save. So like this, you can constantly keep creating indents for your Dialogflow bot agent. Okay, so when you click on indents, you will be able to see a list of all of the indents that you have created so far. So as many indents that you create, your bot will start reading itself more and more. It will become more conversational. Okay. So then we have fulfillment, which is used when you want an intent to trigger some sort of an action. Like if you wanted to input a conversation into an external database or call an external service to find a particular location, you want to perform some calculations and an email to someone, check the availability in a booking system or just search for a random gift. Fulfillment is turned on within each instance. So you must have seen it inside either the instance or creating the instance. Okay, so you can just click on this and you can turn on intent. You can enable webhook call or webhook for the intent of a slot today. So you can code this inside Dialogflow, or you can connect your bot to another service called a webhook that can handle the action. This is a little more complicated and usually requires development to create proper actions. So in case you're very familiar with the Dialogflow platform, you can proceed forward to using fulfillment as well. Then you have dynamic text. So the text that can change is termed as dynamic text, as all you know. Messages will be conveyed dynamically from one visitor to another, as mentioned in the defined booth. The dynamic text is populated using the percentage symbol typed along with the message. Although CSIQ supports dynamic text in Dialogflow responses, and so you can use the dynamic text in trigger messages and also in chat responses. I'll show you how to set up dynamic text inside the trigger responses. Let's go back to our CSIQ portal, click on edit. Okay. Say I want to set up dynamic text to trigger messages to my visitors along with their name. So I'm going to add some dynamic text here. I'm just going to just percentage visitor dot name. Okay. So then I'm going to click on save. So this way it will start greeting my visitors with their name. So let me just go and edit the visitor info. Let me say Williams, okay, and I'm going to click on save and I'll refresh the preview window. You see this? So the dynamic text picks up the visitor's name once they land on the website and we set out the proactive chat invite along with their name when dynamic text is configured, okay. So this you can use to personalize the messages that you send out to visitors who land on your website using attractive towards your website using dynamic text. You have a huge list of dynamic text inside the help documentation, okay. So here it is. So this is a huge list of dynamic text options that you can choose from. So you can call visitor ID, you can use get under name, the page URL, and so much more. You find all of this inside the help documentation. So yes, here I've mentioned some very popular examples of dynamic text that are very frequently used. Visitor name, visitor ID, visitor email, country, company name, and all that. We just looked at how to set up dynamic text. Then you have file upload. So visitors also have the option of uploading files in Dialogflow, files like images, text, different documents, PDF, etc. So by uploading the files to the Dialogflow box, a text message that says the file has been uploaded successfully will be sent to Dialogflow. So these files will be saved in the chat history inside the Sales IQ portal, but they will not be uploaded to Dialogflow as such. So no text will be displayed in the chat window and the text will not be sent based on the language. The user has to handle the file upload intent based on the text response. So chatbots represent a new trend in how people access information, make decisions, and communicate. So which is why the whole focus on in Cliqtrix is to make you build bots using our Click and Sales IQ platform. Head over to our developer documentation for more information on the Zobot. Also, don't forget to visit the sample script page for more customized scripts. Remember, the templates and the sample scripts are just for your reference. So you cannot submit these scripts. You cannot give them to us, send them to us for a final submission. They are only for your reference and practice. Take a look at them and look at how each of the handlers are structured, how each of the different functionalities have been built inside the Zobot. Okay. You can also write to us at contact@cliqtrix.com. So shoot out all your questions and we will get back to you in no time. I was Michelle from Global Sales IQ again. I hope you found this webinar informative and engaging, and I'm hoping to see you in all of our upcoming webinars. Thank you and happy Zoboting!